and looked in the early 70s, the city was considering putting up a parking garage on the site where it is. I'd like to speak to you tonight and shine a little light on what brings us to where we are this evening. About 15 years ago, there was a small building in Murray Park, and for the most part it was used as a sports equipment room, and eventually went into disrepair. Long after it was condemned, in an interesting irony, the city itself was using it, until a concerned citizen elevated the conversation. When that building was finally rebuilt, and a new one was constructed, it was Commissioner James Bowman that said, "My goodness, a 30-year dream come true." 30 years? That's a 5-year project, not 30 years. And he's talking about the building, years later now, how the South Miami Children's Clinic. This is one of the problems that exists in the cities. The city slows down, dims down, and sometimes turns off the spark of passion that is the stuff that dreams are made of. We wonder why our neighbors are angry and upset. Well, let's take a look at some of the things that have occurred in our local history. Not too many years ago, somebody that sat up there said they don't need a pool. What they need is a hose and a shovel. I heard it from here. All right? It wasn't too long after that somebody sitting up here said, I don't see any reason to rescind an ordinance and mandate where the blacks should live and play. From this commission. The message is sent out clearly, and it is obvious. The message is that they are second-class citizens, and they do not matter as much as their lighter counterparts. And I disagree with the message of this commission and the last one and the one before that continues to send to the black people in our city. Do you have any clue what it is like to be ignored and left out? I know what that is like. The people that are sitting here at their home that are watching this know. Imagine feeling the sting of unjustified mistreatment and ignorant hatred. Compound that 1,000 times and you might get a clue what bigotry and anti-Semitism is like. Walk a mile in their boots with no soles on them and no feet and no medicine and no health care and see how it feels to be left behind and lied to. Another case, a few years ago, some 200 people, black people mostly from this community, marched here to City Hall to tell you that they wanted 4 stories of quality development in Madison Square. And guess what the outcome was? No surprise, it was ignored. Tragically, it does not seem to matter how many times the people come over here and tell you what they want. You tell them the same answer. No, no, and no. No to Murray Park Pool, no to Madison Square True Development. And then, of course, this commission wants to downzone Lee Park, where I own some units and serve on the board of directors. It is just one more way that the city is attempting to control and oppress those people that look to the future. The excuse that you are protecting the neighbors on the west side of 62nd Avenue is a joke, and we see right through you. What you are doing is hurting the people that need it the most. Your attitudes and your actions can nurture dreams. Your attitude can help create productive members of society, or the opposite can be true. And you can leave them oppressed and isolated, full of rage and broken promises. This body needs to make a decision. Are you dream makers or dream killers? Pay attention to the citizens, not your own political agendas. Stop the infighting and act like reasonable people. Stop being the laughingstock of Miami-Dade County. Create a new beginning and tell the citizens that this commission cares. Promote and allow 4 stories in Madison Square. Make sure the Murray Park Pool gets done. Withdraw the proposed ordinance downzoning Lee Park and leave it as it is. Stop the pathetic Cuban mafia conversation. Stop the conversation about legalizing marijuana. Be more transparent by stopping the backdoor meetings and put together strong outreach programs that include education, healthcare, mentorship, and sports. And then finally, I want you to meet the local business owners and property owners and work together so that South Miami can be the city of pleasant living. Thank you.
Good evening, Yvonne Beckman.